Hey there, and welcome back to One Planet, Many Stories. Today we're going to a place full of green forests, mountains, rain, and coffee. No, not Washington, D.C., we're talking about the state of Washington, in the very northwest corner of the United States. It's next to Canada, and it touches the Pacific Ocean. Washington is a place where you can find both nature and technology. It's a land of waterfalls, volcanoes, quiet islands, and big cities. It rains a lot, but that's what keeps everything so green and fresh. Long before it became a U.S. state, the land was home to Native American tribes like the Coast Salish and the Yakama. These people lived off the sea, rivers, and forests. They fished salmon, hunted, and made beautiful totem poles and canoes. You can still find native traditions and art all over Washington. In the late 1700s, explorers from Britain and Spain arrived. The area became part of the Oregon Territory, and later, Washington became the 42nd state in 1889. It was named after George Washington, the first U.S. president. Let's talk about Seattle, the biggest city in the state. Seattle is famous for its music, coffee, and views. It's home to the first Starbucks, which opened in 1971. You can still visit the original cafe near the water at Pike Place Market. Seattle also has the Space Needle, a tall tower with a round top where you can see the whole city from above. The skyline is full of tall glass buildings and views of Mount Rainier in the distance. Music fans know Seattle as the birthplace of grunge music. Bands like Nirvana and Pearl Jam started here in the 1990s. But Seattle also has jazz clubs, street musicians, and music festivals. It's a very creative city. Seattle is also known for its unique neighborhoods. Capitol Hill is popular with artists and students. Fremont is full of art and fun sculptures. And Ballard has a strong Scandinavian history. Each area has its own charm, shops, and local food. Outside of Seattle, Washington is full of mountains and trees. Mount Rainier is a giant snow-covered volcano, over 4,300 meters tall. It's in a national park and has many trails where people go hiking and camping. There's also Olympic National Park, with rainforests, beaches, and quiet lakes. You can walk through deep green forests with moss-covered trees, and you might even see a deer or a black bear. It's one of the most peaceful places in the U.S. Another famous place is the San Juan Islands. These are small islands where people go to relax, ride bikes, and even see whales. Yes, whales. Orcas swim in the waters around the islands, and you can take boat tours to see them. Washington is also famous for technology. Companies like Microsoft and Amazon were started here. That's why people call it a tech hub. A lot of young professionals live in the Seattle area and work in computers, science, and innovation. Now let's talk about food. Washington is known for fresh seafood, especially salmon and oysters. You can try grilled salmon, smoked salmon, or salmon sushi. The state also grows lots of apples. In fact, Washington produces more apples than any other state in the U.S. And of course, coffee. People in Washington love their coffee. There are cafes everywhere, not just Starbucks, but also small, local coffee shops where people sit, work, and relax with a cup of something warm. Wine lovers also enjoy Washington. The state has over 1,000 wineries and is one of the top wine producers in the country. Areas like Walla Walla and Columbia Valley are full of vineyards and beautiful views. The weather in Washington is very different depending on where you are. In the west, it rains a lot, especially in the winter. But in the east, it's much drier and sunnier. The Cascade Mountains in the middle split the state into two parts, one wet, one dry. In the winter, you can ski in places like Stevens Pass or Mount Baker. In the summer, people go hiking, kayaking, and swimming in lakes and rivers. Washington is also very environmentally friendly. People here care a lot about nature, recycling, and clean energy. You'll see a lot of electric cars and farmers markets with fresh, local food. One fun fact, Washington has no income tax. That means people who live there don't pay state tax on their salary, only federal tax. That's why many people like living and working there. And another fun fact, the world's largest building by volume is in Washington. It's the Boeing airplane factory in Everett. You can even take a tour and see how airplanes are built. If you love books, you'll enjoy Seattle. It's one of the most literate cities in the US. There are bookstores on almost every corner, and people here read a lot. Every year, the city hosts book festivals, author talks, and poetry events. Washington is also known for its education. The University of Washington in Seattle is one of the top universities in the US, especially in science and medicine. There are also great schools in other cities like Spokane and Tacoma. Washington is also a great place for outdoor festivals. In summer, cities like Seattle and Spokane host music, food, and cultural events that bring communities together. People love to be outside, enjoy local art, and listen to live bands in the park. Would you like to visit Washington someday? It's a place of green forests, strong coffee, smart people, and natural beauty. Whether you love mountains, music, or quiet walks in the rain, Washington has something for everyone. Thanks for watching One Planet, Many Stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for another amazing place.